pour yourself a big bowl of kibble and relax. The Pet Project is back with your host, Tammy Trujillo.
Thank you so very much. Liz Blackman is on the phone with us. She runs the Center for Lost Pets. And Liz, as we were talking before the break, it seems like a no-brainer. Of course, let's use the internet and hook everybody up.
Exactly. And it's, if we can all go to one place, our chances of finding each other are almost guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
And for the person who finds a pet or loses a pet who doesn't have internet access, I think almost without exception, we all know someone we could call and ask to go online for us.
Mm-hmm.
And the Center for Lost Pets is intended to be a place of hope, especially if you've lost a pet. The heartbreak of that, I didn't know what the heartbreak of that was personally until about 4 years ago when I lost one of my dogs, who got out of my husband's parents' house. It was locked, and he figured a way out.
Oh, boy.
And up until that point, I was always, saying to people, I know how you feel. Like, boy, wow, when it happened to me, I mean, Tammy, I couldn't even cry. I couldn't even form tears. I was so upset. And we got him back.
You did?
And all of these experiences, both mine firsthand experience and then secondhand listening to what happened to other people, inspired the Center for Lost Pets. And when you go to the site, first of all, it does one thing. It helps people who have lost pets and found pets. The site is intended to give people hope and information so that so often when people lose a pet, well-intending friends and family members tell them after a certain amount of time, oh, you need to move on. He probably found another home or blah, blah, blah. And really, it comes from the best of intentions, but it's not the right advice. What we want people to know is that a lost pet is not a lost cause. And there are certain things you can do if you act quickly and you act, broadly, like a broad spectrum to look for your pet, your chances are very, very good of finding him or her. And so the site is intended to give people hope by giving them information that will help them do something proactive. One of the things that we tell people that's extremely important to do is to try to get a network of people out there looking for your pet when they go missing, so you're not the only one out there. But the Center for Lost Pets is intended so ultimately one day when we all, hopefully get to the point of using one resource, if we all went there, that would be the ideal situation. But up until that point, we also give people resources, other resources that they can use that might be more active in their communities if the Center for Lost Pets isn't being actively used in their community. So like using your local newspaper to post an ad that you've lost a pet. And a lot of people don't know this, but if you found a pet, and you're a good Samaritan who's found a pet, newspapers will let you post an ad in their classified section under lost and found pets for free.
I didn't even know that. So that's great information.
Really important. And one of the things that we learned from another expert, Kat Albrecht, who's a lost and found pet expert. She was a former police officer who trains dogs on doing search and rescue for missing pets, is to put a large poster-sized sign up near the intersection where the pet went missing. Because all of us, even those of us who love pets so much and notice signs for missing pets, sometimes you start to tune them out because you see these 8.5 by 11 white sheets of paper so often with information. So a big poster, you get it at like an Office Depot or Staples or Kinko's, it's brightly colored in the intersection with huge words that say reward at the top. I mean, reward is what motivates a lot of people not only to look for a pet, but to call you and tell you if they know who has your pet. Maybe somebody took your pet. Maybe somebody kept your pet thinking that he didn't belong to anybody. Maybe their kids fell in love with the dog or cat and they don't want to give him back. Reward can be a very powerful motivator to people to get a pet back.
And you've got to have a current picture. I know that's super important of your pet.
Very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Very helpful. I hear the music coming.
That's our hint. We're going to take a break right now. But, Liz, we've still got more to talk about. So I want you to stay with us across the break because we've still got to get to helpforpets.com. There's lots of great information there. Stay tuned to the Pet Project, the show your pet wants you to listen to.
Which was most important because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite